Why don't you understand? Oh, hi. There's 3 people watching. So I'll just quickly do my intro. Um, hey guys, this is Dinosaur, and today we're going to be live streaming day 18 of Inktober. So, I mean, yeah, editing is a lot of work. It's really hard to keep everything up. So I actually was thinking about quitting a little bit earlier, and then someone said, well, why don't you do a live stream? So that's actually why I'm doing a live stream, because it is extremely hard to keep up every day of Inktober. And yeah, like it is a lot of work. Editing takes a lot of time, and recording the videos takes a lot of time as well. And this is not, by the way, this is not a drawing for Inktober. Um, this is simply me practicing the Guanlong, which is the dinosaur for today. So after, you know, drawing this for a while, I'm going to, you know, do a new drawing with ink as well. I'm not really sure if you can really see everything very well. Like if you can, wait, let me see if I can change the quality. I don't know. Not really sure what the quality is. Oh, Thomas Santos says hi, and Darby Draws also says hi. Hi there. I'm not sure what the quality of the stream is, to be honest. I hope it's gonna be good, because if it's not good, then yeah, you won't really be able to see anything at all, which would be a shame actually. So I really hope it's gonna be good. So right now there are still just 3 people watching, which is fine. All right, let's continue on, like doing a little bit of detail. Carnotaur says amazing, thank you. So what I sometimes do, especially like what I have discovered lately, is what I can just do if I really quickly want to test if some colors work good together. So I just take my little color, whatever this is called, like palette, or I just look at like the colors that would look good. I believe, let me see. So I think, in my opinion, this cool gray with some kind of yellow on top might be good. So I'm gonna try to find the cool gray that I need. BG070. There it is. So I might ruin the whole drawing with doing this, but we'll see. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put the gray underneath at the areas where there's gonna be shadow. I just want to have some areas of like very deep shadow, but also have some highlights in it. I need to be careful because I don't want to like bleed onto the next page. There's gonna be muscle over there, a little bit more shadow over here, a couple more muscles. Okay, something like this. Then over here would be some shadow. Paleo draw. Hey man, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good right now. I mean, it's really hard to keep up with the Inktober videos, so I just decided to do a live stream because it's really hard. Like the editing takes a lot of time, and so that's the reason basically why I'm doing a live stream right now. It's just a little bit too hard for me right now. Watching your videos makes me want to start using markers, honestly, because you make it look so cool. Thank you. I am really bad at using markers. Like honestly, I'm extremely bad at it. What I'm doing right now is just quickly testing out if the colors will look good together. Like I'm gonna test out some yellow and gray. But I just wanted to start off with like some lighter grays, you know, so I can sort of like find the highlights a little bit better. So over here would be the rib cage. There's one thing that I really want to improve on right now, and that's doing the ribs. Because for me, it always looks like my dinosaurs are starving. I don't know really why. I don't know how to change that yet. I haven't really had the time to look at other artists, like what I just said in my last video, how to keep improving basically. But yeah, I really want to improve on those things. And this is not a very good drawing, to be honest. I'm not sure. Like, is the quality okay? Greetings from Argentina. Hello there. Can someone tell me if the quality looks okay? Because I have no idea what it looks like for you guys. I don't want the video quality to be... Is it? Okay. Okay, that's good. Maybe I need to restart it. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, I have a second phone and I'm trying to look at the comments while streaming because that's something that I haven't really been able to do. Well, I don't know. For me, the quality is really bad, but if you guys are telling me that it's good, then that's good enough, right? I really hope it's good. So I'm just like trying to find the areas of shadow and then trying to leave some highlights everywhere so that I can go over it later with the... Oh, I'm almost... So this is a problem. Like I'm scared of bleeding through the paper over there. Let's put some shadow over here. should be a muscle over here, so might be a tiny bit of shadow over there. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the yellow. Or maybe, so I'm going to start with the lightest yellow that I have on my Ohuhu brush marker set, which is this one. And then I'm going to go over it with the lemon green color, because that's like, looks pretty similar in my opinion. But first, no, that's what I'm going to start with actually. So let me put this one back. Now I have to find this one. Okay, there we go. So the top would usually be very highlighted in comparison with like the rest of the body. So I'm just gonna leave a little bit of highlight on most of the neck, basically. Then maybe add a little bit of extra color over there. I'm really sure the quality is great because, wait, let me open it on my laptop actually. For me, it looks really bad, like extremely bad. It doesn't even tell me that I'm streaming on my laptop. I don't know if I've ever asked this, but do you have a favorite dinosaur? Um, I do have a favorite dinosaur actually. Um, but I'm not really like, I'm not sure if it's still my favorite. It was my favorite as a kid. Um, well, so my favorite dinosaur used to be the Diplodocus, because there was this dinosaur documentary called BBC's Walking with Dinosaurs, and I was obsessed with it. I really couldn't stop watching it. So my uncle, he had this like, what is that called again? Like the little tape that you put into a device and it starts playing the movie, VHS or something. Um, he had this thing, and like he had this movie, and every time we would visit him, I would instantly run to him and I would instantly ask him like, can I please watch the movie? So he would turn it on for me, and I could watch it like every single time. So I'm pretty sure like I've watched it at least like 30 times when I was a kid. And I'm not gonna lie, I've also watched it a lot when I was an adult. So I just really like the movie. I mean the documentary. But the dinosaur Diplodocus was featured in that show, and I was obsessed with it. Like I couldn't stop drawing it in school, and I just I don't know why, but I just really liked the dinosaur. Um, yeah, I mean, walking with dinosaurs, who doesn't know it? Like everyone who likes dinosaurs knows about it, right? I mean, they must know about it. It is like the holy grail of dinosaur documentaries. I mean, I could just make this one my Inktober, um, Inktober day 18 drawing, right? Nobody's really gonna care that much. It's not great drawing. It is, it's something, but like I feel like I am putting a lot of effort in my videos right now, and it is pretty hard. Like keeping everything up, and it's not easy. Okay, let me see if I'm bleeding through. I'm not bleeding through yet. I want to have a highlight over there because I want to have the light source coming from like slightly like not sure if you can see this, but like from over there, so the light is shining on it from over here, and this part, like the whole backside and everything, is going to be shadowed. But I just wanted to try yellow and gray. Um, maybe I can turn up the quality actually. Oh, there we go. Now I see. Yeah, it's a lot better now. um, Jurassic Drawer says hi. Hi, Jurassic Drawer. No, yeah, you're right. Like making a video every day, like past year of Inktober, it was already pretty tough because I was just drawing and speeding up the drawings and editing it a little bit. But this year, I've been really editing. Uh, I've been really getting more into editing my videos a little bit more, and yeah, it's hard. It's tough. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting some yellow here and there. It doesn't really look that good, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what it becomes eventually. So I don't know. Like I'm gonna add a little bit more shadow on. Wait, is this the right one? I think it is. I hope it is. If it isn't, then I'm gonna ruin the drawing. It is the right color. Okay. So I have this little thing, this plastic thing that came with my Ohuhu markers, and I always put it like underneath my page so that I don't bleed through with my markers. And it works great unless you forget to use it. Gonna be a little bit of cast shadow from. Wait, no, there is not gonna be cast shadow. Well, maybe a little bit, not too much. I didn't really finish the toes at all. Like, there's no detail. They're just random figures still. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't really like how plain the yellow looks right now. So I actually really want to try making it a little bit more interesting by adding. Well, let's first finish the shadowing. Let's go back with the darker color of gray, I guess. Let me see, do I have a darker color of gray? I've been using this one right now. I think I'm gonna step it up to this one, the green gray, which is good because we're using yellow and we're gonna use some green later. So which one is that? GG060. There we go. Okay, so now it's gonna look a lot darker if I'm using this. I might ruin the drawing again, but we'll see. And you might notice how I'm now starting off with the markers and the pencil in the drawing instead of like going into the inking right away, because I just want to do the inking later, I guess. I just want to have fun drawing today, and I don't want to worry about like Inktober too much, if that makes sense. At least not right now. So I'm just gonna go over like the darkest areas where there's gonna be like the darkest shadows. Trying not to go too much over the grays. I mean, I'm trying to still have the value of light and darker grays, and not like go completely over the lighter gray so that you don't see it anymore. This is just only for the darkest areas, like underneath the eye. So I always make my dinosaurs look really scary and really angry. And the way that I do that is by just making like everything dark around the eye. It's something that they did in Jurassic Park as well with the T-Rex. They just made the eye socket very dark so that the T-Rex always looks angry. And it works. It really works. So in between the fingers is going to be a little bit of shadow. If you hear some noises in the background, those are my dogs. They're just making noise and being dogs. So I might go over it with a black pen later. Yeah, my dogs. Sometimes I need to go check on them for a little bit. So I'm surprised that there's still 5 people watching. Didn't really expect that many people to come watching, or to come, yeah, watching my live stream. All right, so now I just want to have a blender. Now let me put back my markers that I'm using. So now I have this colorless blender right here. And what I always do is like the tip is always a little bit dirty, so I just do it like that a little bit. And I just go over the areas where the yellow is kind of like fading into the white so that the highlight becomes a little bit more smoother. I'm just drawing in the background. Your voice is really relaxing, so I often use your videos as background noise. Well, I'm glad that I'm useful in some way. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to make the blend between the white of the paper and the yellow to become a little bit better. And I don't know how this drawing is going to turn out at all. Like, I have no idea at all. So we'll just have to see. Okay, that's the color of this blender. So let me put it in some more yellow in the legs, because the legs look a little bit too white right now, and the feet a little bit. I'm not even gonna compare the two. Like, I can compare the two, of course, with my other phone, like I'm doing right now. I'm just watching my own stream with my other phone, but I can compare this drawing to the Inktober drawing that I did 1 year ago, which I've been doing almost every video until now. But I'll just show you guys my Instagram. So now I'm going to attempt something and I might ruin everything. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to add some green. And I've been talking about using this green. I might actually do that because the yellow is a little bit lighter, or I might actually use that green. Well, actually that's yellow for some reason, so I don't really understand why this is yellow and this is green, but I think that one is better, the top one. So G06, ooh. Yeah. It's supposed to be yellow, but it looks kind of green. Let's see what it looks like on the drawing. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm just making this go all the way down into the gray areas as well. And in my opinion, this is a very good color combination. I don't want to go over the highlight on the neck because that's like directly in the sun. This area though is not exactly directly in the sun, so I'm just going to go over it. So now we get to the muscles. And we have to pay attention because this is also directly in the sun, so I don't want to really go over that too much. Just giving him some stripes. Maybe some stripes on the legs as well. And everything looks really like messy right now. And I'm not gonna lie, it is extremely messy. But eventually it should look a lot better when I add the lines, the marker lines. Just giving him some stripes. Because this area is so thin, I'm just gonna be more aggressive with the, the thickness of the lines. Okay, so let's move on to the feet. Well, let's actually, from the ankles down, let's make this completely green. And over here as well. Maybe that looks decent, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just having fun. You wish you could draw like this. I mean, to be really honest, I'm not very good at drawing. I just know how to get a certain effect out of my drawings. You have to study a lot. Like you have to work hard to get to the level where you want to be at. I've been working really hard lately on Inktober, and I mean, I am slowly improving using colors. Before doing Inktober, I did use some colors here and there, but I wasn't really able um, to get a really nice effect in my drawings, like a really nice coloring effect. So I don't really like how gray, like how dark this area is. So I think we're gonna switch to my other markers, which are not my Ohuhu markers, because I have a lot more colors on this set, and these colors might actually be like I have a lot more grays, so I can actually like smoothen the blend a little bit more, make it look a little bit better. Let me see what color I should use. I think it's this one, Cool Gray 3, which is this one. So let's see what we can do with this marker. It is basically the same color as the darker one, I guess. Well, it's a little lighter, tiny little bit lighter. No, I just want to have a very light gray. Let me see if I have a very light gray. I hope so. Or otherwise we're gonna have to use a blue gray. I guess I can use the green gray, which is very convenient again, because we're using yellow and green. No, don't really like how that looks. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of ruined the drawing with the extremely dark shadows. But maybe if I add the marker, I mean the pen to it, like the ink, it might still look good. We're gonna have to wait and see. But first I want to add some color to the crest. So let me see. Should I use, I think I should use red, right? Because yellow and red goes together pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna use some red. So first I want to use, let me see if I can find this one. Yeah, I was thinking about a red and orange as well. Red and orange. YR250. Where are you? If I can find it actually. There we go. So first I have this very like orangey color I'm gonna use. But I wanna like be careful with where I'm gonna use it, because I still want to have some highlights. Because this part is not completely flat. There are some parts that stick out a little bit, and wait, no, I can't find where I have to put it. There we go. Yeah, so I want to be careful. So this is a more reddish orange. Just gonna go over it. I don't really know. I think I should just do this. Make this the highlight, I guess. I can always add like white in it with a white gel pen. So there's 7 people watching right now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I didn't expect this many people to come watch my live stream. R200, where are you? There you are. So I don't know about a pattern, but I'm just gonna do something like this. And then I want to add a darker red to this red is really dark, by the way. Wait, did I put the thingy back? Did I bleed through? Nope. Well, over here I did, yeah. So that means that I cannot use the other page for a Inktober drawing anymore. I'll just have to use a different one. Okay. There we go. Not sure what this looks like on camera, because it might be a little bit too bright. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't even focus on anything. Yeah, it might be a little bit too bright. But it looks good on I mean, in person it looks kind of okay. So let's just leave like the body white. What I could do is I could use a not a gray, but like more like in skin tone color that's pretty close to orange maybe, to fill in this area. But maybe I'll just leave it so that I can. No, I'll just leave it like this. I'll just add some lines to it. So this is my Micron brush pen. It's very handy, but you don't really have that much control. But that's okay, because this is not really too important right now. Again, this is not a drawing where I'm going to try to do my absolute best on getting a magnificent, not magnificent, but you know, like one of my best drawings. This is just me having fun. Okay. Paleodraw, are you still watching? Oh, okay, you're still here. Good. So I was wondering, do you have an Instagram for your art? Because I don't really like. I see you post a lot of videos, but I don't always see you drawing art. You know, you doing art that much, and I'm really curious to see like how your art has, what it has become. You know, because you've improved so much since when I first got to watch your channel. So I'm really curious to see, yeah, some of your art, because you say you're drawing right now, right? So yeah, this is a shout out to Paleodraw. He is an amazing artist. He has a YouTube channel as well. So if anyone watches this video and is wondering what I'm talking about, like check out his channel, because he is pretty amazing at art. I should actually do a couple of like a video where I shout out other channels, because there are so many YouTube channels, art channels, that are extremely underrated. You're welcome. So because of the bleeding of my marker, sometimes um, I go outside of the lines, which is one of the worst things you can do. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna be adding the lines here really quickly. And then maybe I can go into some more shadowing, because over here, you know, could be a lot more shadows. Dino Truman, welcome. really amazes me that there are quite some people watching. I really didn't expect that many people to watch. Like even just a couple of people. I'm really thankful for everyone watching. So yeah, let's now get into more details in this hand. So as you can see, like sometimes I accidentally make one hand bigger than another one. This was a very quick sketch and I just decided to color it for this live stream, I guess. Because I've been having a lot of trouble trying to get this drawing to work, like trying to get this dinosaur, trying to make it look accurate. Yeah, so if there's anyone that likes to draw dinosaurs and maybe uses my tutorials or just in general, if they want to show me their art, my Instagram and email are in the description. So you can check it out and maybe send me your art so I can have a look and maybe feature it in one of my future videos. Who knows? Okay, so this foot looks extremely bad right now. What does FE mean? I have no idea what you're trying to say. By the way, um, if you're still watching Paleodraw, can you say something in the chat? Okay. I'm gonna make you a, let me see, moderator, because sometimes I get some inappropriate comments, and I want some people to take care of that when I'm not paying attention. No problem. Yeah, it's not very good for the channel. If you would like, maybe we can one day do a collaboration. Yeah, me too. I have never done a collaboration before. I have asked some YouTubers to do a collaboration though, but they haven't replied yet. But I was just thinking about it, like, might be a very fun idea. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to figure something out, I guess. I am terrible at drawing just straight lines. Something I'm absolutely terrible at, especially with a brush pen, because a brush pen isn't really very accurate. I mean, it's as accurate as you make it be, basically, but it's really hard to use if you're trying to do small details. And I know that this ridge isn't supposed to be seen in accurate paleo art, but it just makes the dinosaur look more scary, so I always add it. I always do. Like I have a very stylistic kind of way of drawing, and yeah, I always add that little ridge. Yeah, for the teeth, I'm gonna switch to a different pen. Alright, the drawing is starting to come along pretty nicely. So I'm trying to avoid putting like very dark lines at the area where the sun is literally like reflecting on its skin. Especially over here, that's going to be a little bit tricky because, yeah, as you can see, like that is his hip, so we have to get that in as well. You're so amazing. Wish I could watch, but I'm working. Keep the good work. It's okay. You can always watch it later. Thank you. I'll keep up the good work. I'll try. Yeah, I know that I need to quickly check something. I'm gonna add a couple of feathers on the tail because I know that this dinosaur probably would have been feathered, so so yeah, let's switch to a finer pen, a 0 0.05 millimeter pen and add some teeth. I'm always scared because yeah, let's actually put this thing on top now, because these micron pens, they're really good, but they do bleed. They do, like, when you get your hand on top of them while you just use them, they are very wet still, and so you will smudge your paper with them if you're not careful. All right, I like those teeth. So now, well, actually, we could, like, it's a big drawing, so I could add a pupil, I guess. So this pupil, I can make it very thin. That will make it very scary. But if I want to make it look a little bit more realistic, I can do something like this and leave a little bit of white in it. So this way, let's actually make the eyeball a little bit more defined. That way it looks a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, what I was saying, I'm really scared of smudging the paper here and there, but yeah. Just adding a couple of small little tail feathers, and I'm gonna make them go big, get bigger again, like towards the end of the tail. And my eyesight is really bad, so it's hard to really. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. I haven't finished this part yet. Let me quickly go back to the brush pen. So the reason why I like using the brush pen over, like when I'm doing the inking Lost, I don't really like using normal nibs, normal pen nibs, because as you can see, the markers bleed through the paper, so they will be very uncontrollable. For example, like if you like try to color something in, they just bleed at some areas more than at other areas. So you always have a very, the edge, or no, not the edge, like the line doesn't really look very crisp. It just looks messy. But if you use a brush pen, you can go thick or you can go thin, whatever you prefer. And that's why I really enjoy using this pen. Let's put some shadow under the kneecap. All right. And maybe let's add a shadow over here. Because my dinosaurs look oops. My dinosaurs always look pretty muscular. So I always like to put in a lot of those lines where you can kind of see where the muscles go. There's not really that many muscles in this area, this part of the leg. Let me actually make these toes a little longer because they look a little bit too short compared to this foot. I kind of messed up because this foot is way smaller than that foot, and this hand is way smaller than that hand. So, but it's okay. Like, again, this is just having fun. White Paradox. Hi, welcome. welcome to the stream. Let's add more shadow over here actually. And a little bit more over here as well. I mean, I think we came pretty far, and I'm about to say that this drawing is finished. I'm not going to add too much details anymore. I just want to add a couple of wrinkles around the eye. I want to add a little bit of shadow over here. Maybe let's add some more facial details. Well, that's more than enough. That doesn't really look too good. So I'm going to stop right there. Maybe add a couple more at the bottom. Let's add a little bit of shadow over here. And that should do. Okay, it is time to start erasing the pencil lines. I mean, there barely are pencil lines still visible, but I always like to erase them because it makes it look a little bit less messy. But you will also be able to see like some areas that you might have missed. Oh, be careful because I don't want to smudge it with my hand. Ooh, I'm already starting to get to smudge it. I was a little bit too aggressive over there. So the paper that I'm using is very hard to erase on. So that is a very big down point because in my videos you very often you see the pencil line still sticking out or mistakes that I've made. It's not that I'm pressing down very hard on my pencil, not at all. I'm just, you know, trying to erase it, but it just doesn't work. All right, so this is the Guanlong or something. I'm really sorry for the fact that when this stream started, the base drawing was already here. I didn't expect to finish the drawing. I just wanted to, you know, have something to start drawing before people came in. We could add a little bit more detail actually. So this is the moment where I can put like a couple of lines going down the neck, a couple of skin folds and wrinkles would look really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with it as well. I didn't expect to I'm sorry, I didn't really expect to have this much white in the color in the drawing, but it turned out to look pretty decent, so I didn't really bother on getting rid of the the wider areas. But I guess it kind of looks like an extremely good lit up dinosaur. Like there's a lot of light shining on it, so the yellow kind of fades into less detail. And you don't really see the color anymore. in that area. So yeah, I'm not really adding too much detail right now. I'm just adding some extra little lines, make it look like there's a little bit detail going on, at least. Okay. To be honest, this drawing looks more like a painting than an actual drawing. Thank you, Fossils and Chapters. So this is, again, this is supposed to be a video on like checking out my improvement in 1 year's time, even though I haven't really been drawing that much in between the Inktober's. But we'll just see. Like, I can always take out my Instagram photo of this drawing and you can check it out and see if I actually did improve or not. I mean, you won't really be able to compare the two to each other because the other one doesn't have any color and this one is based completely around the colors. So I didn't even have the pen until I mean, I didn't even have the ink in the drawing until I had the colors like down already. So it's gonna be really hard to compare the two to each other, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So I never really put that much effort in drawing the tail because it's just the final part of the drawing, and yeah, you just kind of like want to stop drawing and look at it. All right, so I could also do some skin wrinkles and everything over here. I don't want to do too much detail. Let's just do a couple of, doesn't have to be too detailed. I'm not sure for how long I'm streaming right now. But I mean, it's a stream, so it's okay. Wow, there's 12 people watching. Never expected that many people to be watching. So yeah, I used to have a lot more views on my videos. It's just, I'm not a very, oh, 1 hour, okay. Thank you for the information. So I haven't really been having a very good upload schedule. And because of that, I lost a lot of my viewers. Even though I have like 14,000 subscribers, I just don't really have that many viewers. So yeah, but I'm trying to get more into YouTube, upload more frequently, and get some better content out there. But we'll just have to see what happens. Okay. So this is always like my problem while doing a drawing. I always tell myself I'm not going to put too much detail into the drawing. And then eventually I get so carried away that I just keep adding details, and I'm trying to avoid that right now. Like, I don't want this drawing to be extremely detailed or anything like that. And again, like the proportions and everything, and like this foot is just, it looks terrible. But it's not about that. Like, I was just turning off my brain while drawing this and just, did whatever I could to have fun. One issue I have is scaling to the rest of the body. Like, I always make really short legs for big bodies. Um, yeah, well, that's basically just understanding. Um, it's understanding like a perspective and everything. It all depends on, like, for example, like this head is pretty big in comparison with the body. Like, the head is supposed to be a little bit shorter, but I am taking into account that the head is a little bit closer than, for example, the tail. The tail is going away from us while the head is coming towards us, which makes the head a little bit bigger. So you always have to pay attention to the fact that everything that's close to you becomes big, and everything that's far away from you becomes smaller. This arm is really bad. Let me read this. That's really good to do, by the way, to be honest, because we often get so caught up with perfecting our drawings that we forget to just draw for fun sometimes. Exactly, which is exactly the reason why I didn't want to really make a proper Inktober video. I think that this stream really helped me out because I was extremely stressed. Like, I've been really stressed lately because I've been trying to work so hard to get out a very good quality video every single day. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm making videos that usually you would do, like, you would do those videos in a week, but I've been doing them every day, which is like the equivalent of the amount of editing and like the amount of time. Sometimes I'm making a video and it takes me 12 hours. Like, literally, it takes me 12 hours to make a video, and um, I'm doing that every day right now. It's really hard. So I think this really helped me out to, calm down a little bit and draw for fun instead of, you know, instead of the fact that you always have, like, it's always in the back of your head, like, you have to make a drawing right now, you have to do good, you have to, you know, that's a lot of pressure. Okay. Wait, let me. Whoa, there's a lot of comments on me. Um, um, with their paradox. It's relaxing to watch you while doing activities. So there's not complete silence all the time. I've heard that before. Just be careful when streaming. There tends to be bots. What do you mean? What kind of bots? Oh, you mean like, yeah, yeah. So that's why um, my good friend Paleodraw is a moderator for the comments. Um, so that whenever a bot comments something weird, he can delete it. Skeletons. Wait, wait a second. A really great resource for scaling and proportions is Scott Hartman's skeletal reconstructions. They're all side views, but they're well researched and show the best proportions we know. I didn't know that yet. Like, I am not really someone who watches paleo. I mean, I do watch paleo artists draw actually. Um, for example, like I like to watch your videos, paleo draw, but I also like to watch some YouTube videos of um, other paleo artists. Don't really necessarily remember their names right now, but there are some very good paleo artists out there. Um, but what I'm focusing on right now, especially right now, is putting colors in the drawing and like coming up with the right color combinations and where to put the shading and everything. And yeah, I always have a lot of trouble with those things. So that's why I'm focusing on this Inktober especially. Skeletons are always the best to use while drawing, just like you said. It helps get better proportions rather than endings. Why did I say endings? Like scam dating. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why PaleoDraw is a moderator in the chat. Yeah, no, I also always use um, skeleton stuff for reference. I always try to come up with my own poses though. So what I'm using right now, for example, is a skull of the Guanlong as reference because I've already like looked at the body shape and everything, and I think I've got the body shape pretty pretty decently done. The only thing like the hand, the arm, and everything, this is way too big. It's not supposed to be this big, but yeah, I always use skeletal reconstructions and stuff like that as my reference. It always helps me out. So I'm just gonna put some scales on the fingers over here. And over here as well. Oh, and by the way, if you missed my last video, I have released merch. So that will be in the description of this video, my new merch. If you're really interested in wearing some dinosaur drawer t-shirts or hoodies or whatever you want, there's a lot of stuff there. So yeah. Yeah, all right. So I guess this drawing is basically pretty much done right now. Okay, let me see what you said. With a paradox. As I am watching this, I am drawing a T-Rex. Practice my drawing skills. I have not drawn a dinosaur in ages after T-Rex. I want to draw Ceratosaurus, a favorite of mine. Plasma, the custom hybrid dinosaur drawer. Cool. It's always cool to have a another dinosaur drawer in the chat or watching the stream, you know. Um, so yeah, so let me quickly get my 2021 version of this dinosaur to show you guys, and I'll let you guys be the judge if I actually have improved or not. All right, so there we go. So yeah, this is the 2021 version of this dinosaur. I don't really think it's that accurate to the actual thing, but I do believe like in 2021 I was trying to get more Jurassic Park like styled dinosaurs, if that makes sense. But like I mean I didn't really use color because I didn't know how to, and right now I'm just starting to learn how to add colors. I'm being like I'm getting confident enough to show you guys my coloring, so I guess, you know, it's getting better. Yeah. Okay, so let me see the comments. Ceratosaurus is you guys' favorite dinosaur. Yeah, it's a very cool dinosaur. Is that Monoloposaurus? You mean like the drawing that I'm doing right now? The drawing that I'm doing right now, or that I just did, is a Guanlong. Very weird name. I think it's something Asian. I'm not sure, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's improvement. Okay, you have 100% improved since then. In my opinion, both are very good. For accuracy and more natural poses, you've gotten much better. Thank you. Thank you. So, since we are done with this drawing, uh, I'm not really sure if you're still there though. Let me see. With a paradox, are you still there? Can you comment if you're still there? Because if you're still there, then I can maybe do a little bit on. Okay. All right. So, oh wait, I can. Okay, there we go. So you were having trouble with proportions, right? Like having the right proportions. What I always do is I like to have like a circle for the hip. And this can go any direction. Like you can make your dinosaur look that direction. You can make it look up, down, any direction. We're gonna do it like on this, we're just gonna do a side view, okay? So what would we be drawing? Like a T-Rex maybe. So we start with this circle. Then in the middle of the circle, we do a line that goes like this, like the bone, skeletal structure, whatever you would call it, you know. And then you can add the flesh to it. But always make sure that the knee is like, it might be just below like the ending of the body, like the bottom of the body, or just like above. So the knee would be around here. And then just draw like, you know, the leg. Something like that. But now we want to have a, you know, the good proportion. So what I do is I draw like a tiny circle for where the neck is going to attach. And then I connect that with like the X shape, basically. And then over here, I draw like two muscles, two ovals for the muscles of the arms. Then I draw just two little lines like this. And that's going to be the hand. And then I just draw a line with an oval on top, which would be the head. And the head would be like, I don't really know, like it can fit in here like almost twice. So I might have made this a little bit too short, but it's okay because it's a T-Rex. T-Rex is supposed to be very buff and muscular, I guess, right? Let's make it so that he is looking at us a little bit. So I always draw the Jurassic Park T-Rex because I really enjoy drawing that. But you can draw whatever other T-Rex, you know. You can draw a accurate one. All right. If you want to have it really accurate, um, I don't really know. I don't really think I can help you that well, but this is how I do this. This is how I always draw my dinosaurs, basically. I'm not really sure if you can really see it in the stream that well because it's like not very, it's very light, I guess. Then you just draw the chest over here, the rib cage over there. And there we have our T-Rex. And it does look like the leg is a little bit too muscular and too big and everything, but I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. You can always, like, this is something that I drew really quickly. So I can always adjust it. I can always go back and draw it again and keep on drawing it, you know, keep on trying. Okay, let me see. We in art class. Art classes at on Patreon. Even if it looks off, it looks like it's in a comic or cartoon style, and I love it. Tip: never draw too hard, as it will leave an outline if you erase it. That's completely right. Like that's exactly right. Um, but I have the kind of paper that no matter how hard I draw, I will always kind of see the outlines. So I always have to be um, extremely careful. But I don't really use my eraser that much, to be really honest. Um, I just go over it and I just make the drawing look darker, as you can see, so that the lighter lines will sort of disappear slowly. So there we have our T-Rex. And the proportion, I mean, it's not like the proportions are amazing, but they are, you know, I would say like I would let it pass like this. Yeah, well, there we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna end the stream over here. So this was Dinosaur Drawer. If you liked the video, leave a like. Comment below what you think about the video and the drawing in general. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss a single video. This was Dinosaur Drawer, and see you guys tomorrow.